I'm Elizabeth at A Literary Princess. If you are new here, welcome. I am a 6-year PhD candidate in English literature with a focus on Victorian women novelists. And as you might expect, I love to read. Today I have a tag video for you. This is the New Year, New Me book tag created by Kevin Toll-Reads. I was not tagged, but I've been seeing this making the rounds and it seemed like a really good one to kind of add to the ones that you do kind of yearly, like the mid-year book freakout tag, the quarter-year crisis, the end-of-the-year book tag. Like, it seemed like a nice beginning of the year one to add to that. So I decided that I'm gonna do that. So there are 9 questions, including the one to tag others. So let's jump in. Question number 1, fears. What is one book from your 2025 reading goals that scares you? And this has to be De Côte de Chez Swan by Marcel Proust, Swan's Way, the first book of In Search of Lost Time, and it's in French, the original French. This is terrifying to me. I don't even think I'll be able to get through this. I think it will be way too hard. But I'm going to try toward the end of the year. But yeah, no, this is terrifying. It's just a French language edition. There's no notes, like, for people who are learning French. It's just French. And this is kind of a notoriously difficult book, I guess. Like, I've heard it's beautiful, but it's not an easy read. So to do it in my second language is going to be even harder. So yeah, I'm a little bit scared of this, but you know, we'll see what happens. Question number 2, patience. What is one book on your 2025 reading goals that you want to start immediately? And this is Emily Wilde's Compendium of Lost Tales by Heather Fawcett. This is the 3rd book in the Emily Wilde series. And I was gonna put this on my January TBR. I was so excited. I have read the first and the second book right at the beginning of January for the past 2 years. They came out at the beginning of January and I had arcs of them. So I was like, yeah, 3rd book, beginning of January, this is gonna be great. It does not come out until February. And like the end of February, I think. Oh, February 11th, mid-February, okay. I was so mad. I was like, what? Why? Why? Every book in this series has come out in January. You're gonna do this to me now? The one time I don't have an arc of it? So I am exercising patience in waiting. And I'm not very happy about it, but that's okay. It will just make it all the better when the book finally comes out and I get to read it. Question number 3, growth. What book last year pushed you to reflect and or grow as a reader? And I'm going to have to go with the Fairy Tales of Charles Perrault because this is the first full-length book that I've ever read in French, my second language. So I think that reading this, like, I truly grew as a reader. Like, just as a reader in general, but also as a reader of French. I grew quite a bit with this. I'm very proud of myself. I've talked about this quite a lot, but like, I don't know. This felt like a very big deal. I've never read a full-length book in French. I've read some short stories and some snippets of things and like some little articles, you know, back when I was actually in classes learning French. Never a full book. So to do that and to actually be able to understand most of it, which given is partly because I'm familiar with the tales, but like I knew what the words meant and that was very exciting. And I just feel like this really made me grow as a reader and it was great. And I can't wait to read more books in French, even if they are scary things like Swan's Way. Question number 4, new pass. What is one author that you plan to try for the first time in 2025? I'm actually trying a lot of new to me authors in 2025 because of my 18th century novel project. I've not read a lot of 18th century literature. However, the one that I'm kind of most excited for is actually a modern book, and this is Wolf Hall by Hilary Mantel. So I've never read anything by Mantel before. I know she just passed away fairly recently. And I don't think I've ever come across somebody that didn't love this book. I've heard such amazing things about it. And I'm so excited to get to it. And I found it in a used bookstore for pretty cheap 2 years ago. It must have been no, it was in 2023. Time is, especially when the year changes and you're still in January, But yeah, I'm so excited to try Hilary Mantel because everyone I know loves her. So I think I'll love her too. Question number 5, self-care. What is a book or series that you revisit for comfort? And this has to go to the All for the Game series by Nora Sakavic, which consists of The Foxhole Court, The Raven King, The King's Men, and the newest edition from 2024, The Sunshine Court, which I did read in 2024 and loved. Look, this isn't a good series. I say this every time I talk about it. I would never recommend this to people because I know it's not good, but I love it. Okay, I love the characters. The plot is absolutely crazy, but it is so much fun, and I love these characters so much. I think there is supposed to be another one published this year, and I'm very excited. So yeah, this is my ultimate comfort series. I read it for the first time when I was abroad doing my master's degree in England, and I was pretty lonely and depressed and homesick, and also the time change really messed with me. I would sleep until 1 in the afternoon and then stay up all night. It was bad. But these books gave me so much comfort. I have no idea why, but they did. So this is something I go back to consistently. I'm excited to have a new one in the series, The Sunshine Court, to add to the rotation. And then whatever this one that comes out in 2025, that I hope comes out in 2025. I heard tell it was going to come out at the end of 2024, but that does not seem to have happened. So, unless I'm very much out of the loop, which I don't think I would be. But yeah, ultimate comfort series for me. Question number 6, forging ahead. What was your favorite debut book or first book in a series that you read last year? I did not read many series or start many series. I feel like I continued a few but did not start. So this is a debut novel from the author, and it was actually a reread for me, but my whole perspective on it was completely different this time. This was Sleepwalking by Meg Wolitzer. What do you mean this was her debut novel? It's kind of how I feel about The Secret History being Donna Tartt's debut novel. What do you mean? Why are there people that are so talented? So this is a book about grief. It's following, are we not gonna give her name? No. Oh, there we go. Claire, who is struggling with grief herself, and she is obsessed with this poet, Lucy Asher, who was a young woman who died by suicide, and a poet, obviously. And Claire ends up becoming involved with Lucy's family, and they are all just processing their grief together. It's such a beautiful book, and I loved it this time around. I didn't like it the first time I read it because it was mismarketed as a campus novel. The campus part really takes up very little of the book. But reading it, knowing what it was going to be, I absolutely adored it. So what a fantastic debut. It's so unfair that some people are just so talented. She wrote it in college. You know what I wrote in college? A lot of crap. That's what. But yes, highly recommend sleepwalking. Question number 7, goals. Do you have a specific reading goal or challenge for the year ahead? So I've had like a whole video talking about these, but I do have a goal on Goodreads of reading 50 books. I also have my 18th century novel project, which contains 12 books from across the 18th century that I am hoping to get through. I'm hoping to read at least 2 books in French, maybe 3, because I'm still reading The Stranger, which I started last year. And then my last goal is to read 1 book from the public library per month, or at the very least, you know, maybe 2 in 1 month and none in 1 month, which is kind of what happened last year, but 12 books from the public library at least. And I actually need to go pick up one of those books this afternoon. So yeah, I have a whole video talking about this, and like I have like very specific how many in like different categories, but you can go watch the video for that. I'm not going into all that again. But yeah, I don't know. I like making goals. It's fun. It gives me something to do and to focus on that's enjoyable rather than like boring goals like writing my dissertation. Question number 9 is a bonus question. Breaking walls. Do you have a non-book related goal for 2025 that you wish to share? So my non-bookish goal for 2025 is actually a continuation of something that me and my husband started in December of 2024. And that is to go to the gym 3 times a week. And we're doing it. Like, we've been really good. We skipped the Wednesday that was Christmas and the Wednesday that was New Year's Day, because Christmas we were away and New Year's Day we were hungover. Yes. So, but other than that, like we've been going consistently 3 times a week, getting up at 6:30 and just going. And it feels really great. Like, my body feels better. I feel good about myself, like just as a person. I'm like, yeah, I'm getting up and working out. And we're becoming healthier people for it. So we are planning to continue that throughout the new year, and we'll see what happens. Question number 9, teamwork, is to tag others. I'm not going to tag anyone because a lot of people have already done this or have already been tagged in it. However, if you have not done it and would like to consider yourself tagged by me, please do. I would also love to hear your answers to some of these questions down in the comments below. Thank you so much to Kevin for making this tag. It was a lot of fun. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to see more of my bookish content. It has been great chatting with you. I will see you soon. Bye.